in modern periodic table, this position got fixed. It is in first group, but it's still confusing because hydrogen shows most of the properties of non-metals, right? So this position is still confusing. All right. Then next limitation, isotopes, and that was the major limitation of Mendeleev periodic table because Mendeleev kept the elements in the order of increasing atomic masses, and isotopes are the atoms of same element but with different atomic masses, right? So like for example chlorine, it has two isotopes, you couldn't keep them together in the same place, no? But here in the modern periodic table, elements are arranged in the order of increasing atomic numbers, and isotopes have same atomic numbers, right? So this problem got sorted out. Fine. So you know in Mendeleev table, he kept the elements in the order of increasing atomic masses. Now cobalt with higher atomic mass still came before nickel. That was an inverted order and Mendeleev couldn't explain that, right? Now in modern periodic table, this problem got sorted out because in modern periodic table, we kept the elements in the order of increasing atomic numbers, not masses, right? So cobalt atomic number is 27, nickel 28. That's why cobalt comes before nickel. Okay, fine. I hope it's clear. Then position of newly discovered elements, they also fit properly in the modern periodic table. So modern periodic table has a lot of achievements. The elements present in the modern periodic table are studied either across rows or across columns, whatever you feel like, okay? Then the vertical columns are called groups. You can see there are 18 vertical columns. So in modern periodic table, there are 18 groups and there are 7 horizontal rows. So there are 7 periods in modern periodic table and 18 groups in modern periodic table. Okay. So you see old notation, first A, second A and so on. But this is how we used to notate these groups in the old way. Nowadays, according to IUPAC, we simply write them as 1 to 18, right? So this is pretty simple, 1 to 18, alright? Now, these elements which are placed in the group 1, these are known as alkali metals. They form strong alkalis with water, okay? Now, these elements which are placed in group 2, these are known as alkaline earth metals. They also form alkali but weaker alkali as compared to group 1 elements, right? These elements which are placed in group 13, these are known as boron family. Group 14 elements are known as carbon family. Group 15 elements are known as nitrogen family. Group 16 elements are known as oxygen family. These elements which are placed in group 17, they are known as halogens, and these elements which are placed in group 18, they are known as zero group element. They are known as noble gases or noble elements, okay? Then what are lanthanoids? Elements from lanthanum to lutetium. Atomic number 57 to 71. These are known as lanthanoids. So these elements we have taken from here. Group 3 and 6th period. But we didn't keep these elements in the periodic table here because it will disturb the entire periodic table. That's why Bohr kept these periods below the periodic table. That's actually a drawback, right? So elements from 57 to 71, lanthanum to lutetium, they are known as lanthanoids. And elements from 89 to 103, actinium to lawrencium, these are known as actinoids. These elements have been taken from here, 3rd group and 7th period. Alright, I hope it's clear. Now these horizontal rows are known as periods and vertical columns, they are known as groups. Okay, so you see in first period we have 2 elements. In second and third period we have 8 elements. In fourth and fifth period we have 18 elements. And in sixth and seventh period we have 32 elements. Now, just by looking at this modern periodic table, we can tell what elements are metals, what are non-metals, what are metalloids. Okay, so elements that have been kept at the left of the periodic table, these are known as metals. These elements that have been kept at the right side of the periodic table, these are known as non-metals. And these green ones that have been placed between metal and non-metal, these are known as metalloids. They show few properties of metals and few properties of non-metals.